And as we think about those changes, it's always useful to look at some exemplars, some people who have exemplified exactly what I'm talking about. And that's one of the reasons we created the Summitt Award. It's for an opportunity to hold up one of our own, somebody that's from the membership, who exemplifies the best values and the best acts of support for our student athletes. Named in honor of Pat Summitt, one of our best and brightest and most beloved members of the association, this award goes to someone every year from the membership that's demonstrated real devotion in a lifelong work to developing and supporting and building student athletes towards success. Somebody that's made an incredibly positive impact in their lives. As part of this award, the NCAA donates $10,000 to a nonprofit organization of the awardee's choice that battles neurological diseases of the brain. And this year, we have an amazing member of our community to give the Summitt Award to. I'm delighted to give this year's award to Coach Herb Magee.
I like to tell the story about my love of the game of basketball. Growing up in West Philadelphia, every kid played basketball. I worked on my game because all I wanted to do in my life was make the team at West Catholic High School. And I was fortunate enough to make the team, and fortunate again, the last time West Catholic won the Catholic League Championship was in 1959, my senior year. And from there, I was recruited by only one school in the city, which the school was called Philadelphia Textile, and the Bucky Harris was the head coach, and it was probably the greatest decision I ever made. Basketball allowed me to be on a team and to help that team win. And I was a successful player because of my ability to shoot a basketball. It had nothing to do with my size or my strength, it was just my desire. My main thing with my players all the time is to talk to them about being a good player, yes, but also better than that, to be a good teammate. And the teams that I've had over the years that were better than the other teams are all teams where all the guys were good teammates. And when it works, we are successful. My third year as head coach, we won the national championship in 1970. We won 28 straight games. As a basketball coach, I consider myself a teacher. I'm a teacher of the game of basketball. And all of a sudden, I was dubbed the shot doctor a number of years ago, and it just kind of stuck, probably because of all my time that I spent with a number of teams and guys in the NBA, like Charles Barkley is the most famous. And I've run into countless players of all ages who have said to me, Coach, I saw you at Pocono camp one summer, and you really changed my shot. I never got a chance to thank you. My biggest inspiration in my life and my career has been and always will be my uncle, Reverend Edwin Gallagher, who took a family of 4 young boys who were going to be separated, and he kept the family together and took care of us in West Philadelphia. And then after that, my college coach, Bucky Harris, who recruited me, took care of me while I was in school, and when I graduated, created a job for me that I've had since the day I graduated. This award with Pat's name on it. I met Pat at a clinic, a coach's clinic in Philadelphia. I was a speaker and she was a speaker. And when I finished my lecture, Pat was there and she said to me, Coach, you can really shoot the rock. So she was watching my demonstration. And I said, well, thank you very much, Coach. I really appreciate that. I can't wait to listen to your lecture. And her lecture was on zone offense. And I'll never forget it because I've incorporated a lot of her ideas into our zone offense to this day. I think there's always way more to college experience than just going to class and studying. I would encourage anybody. I have a granddaughter who just graduated a couple years ago from LaSalle, and she played lacrosse at LaSalle. And it made her. She loved her time in college, and I think a lot of that was because of her being on the sport. You don't set out to inspire people. You set out to do your job, to treat the kids fairly, to take them as part of your family. That's what we call it. We end up every single practice and every single day with hands in the air, 1, 2, 3, family. And that's the way we kind of look at our players. So we want to make sure that our guys come in and they graduate. and get a job. And these are the things that inspire me to inspire them. Anybody on any level that coaches as successfully as Pat did, this award means so much to me because of the name that's on it, the Pat Summitt Award. And I am really, really excited and honored to receive this award.
Coach Magee, on behalf of the NCAA, and most importantly, on behalf of all of the student athletes whose lives you've touched, thank you for your contributions to college basketball, to college sports, and most importantly, for the impact that you've had on so many student athletes. Now let's hear from Coach Magee directly.
Thank you, Mark, for that introduction. I certainly do appreciate it. You know, anytime you receive any award, it's a fabulous affair. But when you receive an award named after someone, and that name recognition is as simple as Pat Summitt, it makes it extra special. A few years back, I received an award from New York named for Joe Lapchick Award. And my wife and I went to a luncheon in New York and received the award. And everybody knows what Joe Lapchick was, a longtime coach at St. John's. And everybody will recognize right away the name Pat Summitt. When I was told about this award, I looked up the names of past recipients. And one of the names that stood out to me immediately was Julie Serrero, who was the athletic director at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Julie and I are very good friends, and we have been for a number of years. She was our women's basketball coach, lacrosse coach, etc., at Philadelphia University. That's what was the name of Jefferson at the time. And she and I have remained close. And I talked to her about this, and she was just as thrilled as I am to receive this Pat Summitt Award. For the $10,000 honorarium, we are directing this honorarium to support Alzheimer's research in the Vicky and Jack Farber Institute for Neuroscience at Jefferson Health. And I accept this on behalf of my family, my team, and my university. Thank you.